Let's discuss John Wick, Chapter 4, an American neo-noir action thriller film helmed by director Chad Stahelski and co-produced by him. The screenplay was written by Shay, Hatten and Finch. John Wick finds himself in New York City, seeking revenge against the powerful High Table. With the help of the Bowery King, he goes into hiding underground. His journey takes him to Morocco, where he eliminates the Elder, a prominent figure in the High Table hierarchy. In response, a High Table member named Marquis Vincent de Graymont enlists the New York Continental Hotel manager, Winston, and his concierge, Sharon. The Marquis berates Winston for his failure to kill John Wick and punishes him by stripping him of his managerial role, declaring him excommunicate, destroying the Continental, and executing Sharon. Additionally, the Marquis coerces Kane, a retired High Table assassin who is now blind, into killing John by threatening to harm Kane's daughter. John seeks refuge at the Osaka Continental, operated by his friend Shimazu Koji. The Marquis' second-in-command, Chitty, accompanied by High Table assassins and Kane, arrives at the hotel to investigate. Koji's daughter, Akira, the hotel's concierge, evacuates the guests before the High Table unleashes chaos by attacking the establishment. John fights against waves of heavily armored assassins, leading to a final confrontation with Kane. Their fight is interrupted by Mr. Nobody, a bounty hunter who helps John escape when he realizes that the reward for killing John is insufficient. Despite being wounded, Koji valiantly attacks Kane, sacrificing himself to save Akira. John returns to New York, where he meets Winston at Karen's grave. Winston advises him to challenge the Marquis to a duel by invoking an old High Table tradition. If John wins, he will be released from all obligations to the High Table. However, he can only request a duel on behalf of a crime family. John travels to the Berlin headquarters of the Ruska Roma crime syndicate, with whom he had severed ties, to request readmission. To be reinstated, John must eliminate Killa Harkan, a High Table member who murdered his adoptive sister's father. John confronts Killa at his nightclub, aided by Kane and Mr. Nobody, and ultimately succeeds in killing him, reclaiming his status. Winston delivers John's formal challenge to the Marquis. Winston requests that the New York Continental be rebuilt, with him reinstated as manager if John emerges victorious. In Paris, John and the Marquis, with the Harbinger serving as mediators, establish the parameters for their duel using dueling pistols at sunrise in Sacré-Cœur. Reluctantly, the Marquis nominates Kane to fight in his place. John and Winston must appear on time, otherwise, they will be executed. The Bowery King arrives in Paris, providing John with a pistol and a new ballistic suit. The Marquis intends to prevent John from reaching the duel by placing a bounty of $26 million on his head. Along his journey to Sacré-Cœur, John battles numerous assassins, including Mr. Nobody, who negotiates a higher bounty of $40 million. During their encounter, John stops Chitty from killing Mr. Nobody's dog, causing Mr. Nobody to abandon his pursuit of John. With the help of Kane and Mr. Nobody, John fights off several assassins, including Chitty, and they arrive at the summit just in time for the duel. John and Kane inflict wounds upon each other during 2 rounds of dueling. The third round reaches a critical moment when Kane gravely injures John. Seizing the opportunity, the Marquis swaps places with Kane, eager to deliver the final blow. Winston intervenes, scolding the Marquis for his arrogance, and reveals that John has yet to fire his third bullet. John shoots and kills the Marquis, ending the duel. The Harbinger grants Kane and John their freedom from the High Table, and Winston is reinstated as the manager of the New York Continental. Exhausted and injured, John collapses on the staircase, reflecting on his life and marriage before succumbing to his wounds. Sometime later, back in New York, Winston and the Bowery King bid a final farewell to John at his grave, which lies beside that of his late wife, Helen. In a post-credits scene, Kane returns to Paris to reunite with his daughter but encounters the vengeful Akira, who confronts him with a knife. Thank you for watching this inspiring tale.